Imagine for a moment having an intelligent assistant, one that doesn't just give advice, but actually does the heavy lifting for you, especially in these really complex, really fast-moving areas. Think about personal finance or even crypto trading. What if you could have that kind of, well, smart co-pilot helping you navigate the sometimes pretty confusing world of digital assets? Well, today, that's exactly what we're doing a deep dive on. Our focus is OpenAI's brand new ChatGPT agent, and specifically, it's a really interesting application in crypto trading. We're pulling this straight from the latest reports over at Toe and Telegraph. Our mission today, it's simple, really. We want to give you a clear, sort of demystified look at what this new AI tool is all about. Why people are getting excited about it, how it actually works in practice, and crucially, that balance between its, frankly, immense capabilities and the human oversight that's just so necessary. Let's unpack it. So, okay, ChatGPT Agent. It launched July 17th, 2025. What makes this different? It's important to grasp this isn't just like another chatbot. No, this is designed as a virtual AI worker.
It goes way beyond just advising. It can browse the web, analyze pretty complex data, generate code, interpret it, and then actually execute tasks, multi-step tasks end to end. It's a pretty big leap, wouldn't you say?
Oh, absolutely. What's really revolutionary here, I think, is the integrated toolkit it uses. You've got visual and text browsers, a command terminal, a really capable code interpreter, and this is key, integrations with third-party apps. See, before these kinds of functions were often split up, right? You had maybe an operator for browsing, deep research for analysis. Now it's all merged, one cohesive agent. And that lets it handle these complex workflows, monitoring markets, generating reports, maybe even helping deploy trading bots. Always with human supervision, of course. Right now it's out for Pro, Plus, and Team subscribers. Wider rollout is planned pending those regulatory checks and things.
That integration sounds like the real game changer. I mean, just think about the shift. You go from manually scraping price data, juggling countless tabs, to an AI doing it, like incredibly fast, synthesizing it all. That's huge for efficiency. But for you listening, what's the core problem this actually solves? Why are people flocking to this for trading?
Yeah, good question. It tackles several big pain points in the crypto market, which is, famously volatile and data heavy. First off, there's real-time data access. That's a big one. Instead of constantly switching between exchanges, analytics sites, maybe social media, you can just delegate tasks like fetch me the live chart for Bitcoin or dig into these on-chain analytics or integrate this price feed. Agent just gets it, processes almost instantly. It shifts your bottleneck from finding the data to actually understanding it so you can focus your brain power on strategy, not just data collection. Second, it's got incredible sentiment intelligence and research capabilities, really impressive stuff. It can tap into everything, news, X, Reddit, blockchain explorers, you name it. And then it distills all that noise down into these, well, surprisingly insightful summaries. What's kind of amazing is its ability to pick out actionable sentiment shifts from just the general chatter that could give you a predictive edge, maybe flagging subtle things humans might miss in the flood, like automated whale tracking alerts or sudden token inflow notifications. Third big benefit, automated reports and transparent control. This is important. Everything the agent does is out in the open. You can literally watch its virtual desktop as it works. You can step in, say, hang on, redirect it if it's going off track. And the outputs, ready to go. CSVs, nice slide decks, interactive dashboards for your analysis. Very practical. And finally, yes, it can help with trade execution, but, and this is super important, with very strong guardrails. If you give it approved API keys, say from Binance or Coinbase, it can place trades or rebalance a portfolio. But, and I really have to stress this, OpenAI has built in multiple safety checks. It requires your explicit manual approval before any irreversible action, like executing a trade. It's designed as a powerful assistant, definitely not a replacement for your own judgment.
Right, that transparency and the focus on human control, that's absolutely crucial, isn't it? Especially with money involved. It sounds incredibly compelling for individual traders, sure. And it's also part of a much bigger picture, right? I saw a stat, something like 85% of enterprises expect to deploy AI agents by the end of 2025, driven by exactly these kinds of efficiency gains. So yeah, this isn't just some niche thing anymore. Okay, so we've got the what and the why. It's clearly making waves. But the practical question for a lot of you listening is probably, okay, how do I actually use this for my crypto strategy? Without getting totally bogged down in code or complex setups, how do you make it your trading co-pilot?
Excellent question. And it really boils down to understanding its role properly. The best way to think about ChatGPT Agent, I find, is as a highly specialized, intelligent co-pilot for your crypto trading journey. Just like an airplane co-pilot assists the main pilot, right? Managing complex systems, running calculations, monitoring conditions, this AI assists you. It helps you navigate the tricky crypto markets. And to make that even more concrete, let's use an analogy. Imagine you're driving a self-driving car, but one designed specifically for your crypto analysis and maybe even trading. Now you, the human, are still the driver, always. You set the destination, that's your training goals, your prompts. The car, ChatGPT Agent, handles the complex driving bits and navigation, the real-time traffic updates, which is like market data here. It can even suggest the best routes. And this is the really crucial part, you remain in control. You can grab the wheel anytime, pause the journey, override its suggestions before any big move, especially before you hit the gas on an actual trade. You're always the final decision maker. So how does that look step by step? First step, you enable agent mode. That's like turning on the self-driving feature. From your normal ChatGPT chat, you just click tools, then select agent mode, or you can just type agent. Simple as that. That launches the special digital workspace for the AI. It's got everything it needs: browsers, number crunching tools, code runners, API connectors for exchanges, etc. Second, you define your prompt. This is setting your GPS. You just use clear, natural language, like you're talking to an assistant. You might say, fetch the BTC ETH hourly chart data, calculate the 20 and 50 periods simple moving averages, and tell me when they cross over. Or maybe summarize the on-chain movements of large crypto holders, the whales, for the top 5 coins by market cap over the last 24 hours. The system's designed to figure out what you mean, what you want to achieve. Third is the agent execution, but with your oversight. This is key. Once you give the prompt, the agent gets to work. It starts collecting data, live prices, blockchain info. It might run some custom code for technical analysis or maybe sentiment analysis, and it shows you its progress, the intermediate steps, all in real time on its virtual desktop. This is where you're watching the road, metaphorically speaking. You have full control. You can pause it, adjust the task, redirect it if needed. That prevents mistakes or unintended actions. And finally, you get to the export stage. Your self-driving car has reached the destination and gives you the trip report. The agent provides downloadable files, CSVs, Excel sheets, charts ready for visualization, summaries of its findings, all perfect for informing your decisions. And yes, if you've connected your exchange API keys, it can queue up trades or rebalancing actions, but again, only after you give explicit manual confirmation. OpenAI is really hammering this point home about user oversight, especially for finance. Full automation needs your direct okay.
That level of detail and keeping the human firmly in the loop, that sounds incredibly important. Makes sense. So, okay, we understand the how-to now. What are some really compelling real-world uses for crypto analysis that jump out at you?
Oh, the applications are pretty broad and genuinely powerful. For instance, it can constantly scan charts and compute live technical indicators, things like SMAs, RSI, MEF-ED. Just imagine setting it to watch Bitcoin and Ether hourly charts, looking for those specific SMA crossovers you care about. And it just signals potential buy or sell opportunities automatically based on your rules. That's pretty handy. And it goes beyond just standard technicals. The agent is brilliant at tracking news feeds, social media like X, sentiment data, all to surface early signals. It could alert you instantly to, say, a big whale making a move, or a new token getting listed somewhere important, or even crucial regulatory news, potentially before the rest of the market fully catches on. Then there's portfolio management. It can track your P&L, suggest rebalancing based on rules you define. It can compile detailed reports, charts, helping you visualize performance much more easily than digging through exchange reports. You can even automate workflows around scheduled events. Think token unlocks, big protocol upgrades, maybe even tracking influencer activity. The agent can monitor the before and after, analyze the price impact, maybe generate trade signals tied to those specific events. And here's a neat one. It's apparently quite good at instantly spotting arbitrage opportunities by scanning multiple pairs across different exchanges simultaneously, helping capture those quick price differences.
Wow. Okay, that sounds incredibly efficient, streamlining so much of that, well, frankly, tedious research work. But naturally, with such a powerful tool, there's always a flip side, isn't there? What are the downsides, the risks, and how is OpenAI tackling safety here? It can't all be smooth sailing.
You're absolutely right to push on that. It's vital to see both sides. Let's break it down. Benefits versus risks. On the benefits side, clearly, it saves a ton of time. Automating data gathering, charting, reporting that frees you up for higher level thinking, faster decisions, hopefully better ones. It offers truly deep data integration, merging on-chain data, news, technical signals that gives you insights that would take a human ages to piece together. And it allows for repeatable workflows. You use consistent prompts, you get consistent analysis, grow your backtesting strategies, or just maintaining discipline. No, the risks. You definitely need to be aware of potential incorrect outputs. The AI is smart, but it can still misinterpret indicators or data sometimes, so you always have to verify its results before you act. Always. You can also run into API and scraping errors, exchange rate limits, data feed issues. Things can go wrong technically, potentially skewing the analysis. And of course, anytime you're dealing with financial data and automation, there are inherent security considerations, though OpenAI has put effort into mitigating these. Crucially, OpenAI has built in several safeguards. They seem very focused on user control and safety to address these risks. Like we said, the agent always pauses for manual approval before any irreversible financial action. That's huge. It's also inactive when it's not being supervised, so no runaway bots doing things while you're away from the screen. That's intentional. Its execution is permission-based. Terminal access is restricted. Memory is disabled for certain sensitive tasks. Prompts are filtered for malicious stuff. Standard safety protocols, really. Ultimately, it comes back to that co-pilot idea. It's not meant to replace your judgment. You, the trader, need to stay engaged, review the outputs, validate the signals, and only automate things you fully understand and explicitly approve. It's a tool, not a magic button.
That co-pilot versus autopilot distinction really is key, isn't it?
Okay.
So, if this is where we are now, where's this all heading? What does the future look like for AI and crypto trading?
Well, it feels like this is rapidly becoming, or going to become, the new normal in crypto trading. It just offers too many advantages. Looking ahead, we can probably expect even tighter integration. Think native access to on-chain nodes directly within the ChatGPT environment, maybe protocol-specific APIs, more advanced analytics baked right in. So traders could run increasingly complex strategies, get really nuanced signals, all without leaving that single workspace. And beyond just single prompts, we're already seeing the start of multi-agent systems, frameworks where different specialized AIs collaborate. Imagine one AI focusing just on price action, another on risk management, a third on sentiment analysis, all working together on your portfolio strategy. This is leading towards something people are calling agentic finance. Autonomous assistance helping with real-time decisions, but always, always under human guidance and supervision. The real edge, I think, is going to increasingly be about that human-AI partnership. It won't just be about having the tool, but about mastering the art of asking it the right questions, and then interpreting its output with your own market wisdom and experience. That's where the skill lies.
That's our deep dive for today then. We've really explored this ChatGPT agent, seeing it as this incredibly powerful co-pilot, but one that's fundamentally controlled by you, the human user. It's designed to seriously enhance crypto trading and analysis, automating tasks, integrating vast data, providing really deep insights. And it leaves you with the thought, doesn't it? As AI becomes this ever more sophisticated co-pilot in our financial lives, maybe the core skill shifts. Perhaps less about the pure grind of gathering data, and more towards mastering the art of asking the perfect questions, interpreting those nuanced insights, and ultimately trusting your own judgment to steer the ship. What will your role look like in this increasingly automated financial world? Definitely something to mull over. Right, that's our deep dive for today. If you found this insightful, learned something useful, and want to keep learning with us, please do make sure to follow, like, and maybe share this deep dive. Share it with others who you think might find it valuable too. And hey, for more insights into Bitcoin and everything else happening in this space, you can also follow What Bitcoin Taught Me.
We're on Twitter, X Nostr, Blue Sky, Threads, Instagram, Facebook, and LinkedIn. Find us there. We'll be back soon with another deep dive into your sources. Thanks for tuning in.